with the first YouTube tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing how you can make a simple trap beat as an absolute beginner. Let's get into it. So first I want to say, as a beginner myself, I can vouch that you don't need a bunch of expensive plugins and all the higher end things that you would see on the bigger channels. As a beginner, you want to focus on more of sound selection and keeping things really simple. That way you can build your confidence as you go forth with your music production. All right. So a few things that you're going to need, right? You're going to need like a melody, a few sounds to counter those melodies, and some drums, right? So what I like to do is I like to start out with a simple piano, and one thing that everybody should have, which is one of my favorite plugins, is Flex. All right, so we're going to come into Flex. What I like to do is start with a piano. All right, because it's a very good mid-range sounding instrument. And we're going to be working in 140, let's do 155. All right, we're going to come over here to the piano roll. We're going to come to this drop down menu, go to view, go to scale highlighting. And we're going to right click C. I'm going to come over here and make sure that the minor natural scale is selected. All right. So first we want to start with our melody. So we can just start on C. I want to go for a really fast sounding melody. All right, so we're just going to play around a little bit. Right, and these semitones right here, that's what creates that tension. So gonna highlight, Control B, duplicate, Control A, Control B. Right, and there you already got this kind of dark sounding melody, right? All right, that's pretty simple. Let's Control A, Control B. There's our initial melody. So next, we're gonna focus on a top melody. Nothing too crazy. Just gonna focus on some things to kind of highlight this lower tone. As a matter of fact, let's highlight this. Let's bring it up. Octave. Yeah, I like that sound. So next we're gonna put something up here to try to accent that. Let's lower the velocity. I'm gonna control drag. I'm gonna right click. I'm gonna bring these down a little bit. Right. Probably do like the same kind of thing. Kind of switch it. And like I said before, you want to create that tension. All right, like I said, don't spend a lot of time, right? You don't want to spend, 30 minutes, an hour. You could making these melodies, but you don't want to spend that much time. Okay? And we could come down here and make a bass line and all types of stuff, so you can you could do something like that. I don't know. All right, but you don't want to spend a lot of time on this. All right, there's your bass line, melody, top melody. All right, but like I said before, I like to use this piano as a general sound selection, right? But I want something else. Right, that already gives it a different kind of feel, right? But I want yeah, like that's hard. I like that. So we're gonna right click, gonna clone that exact same thing. Also, we're gonna put this in a mix track. It's up on the scroll wheel to put that in the mix track. I'm gonna Control C, Control V. What I want to do with this one, to the mix. I'll solo this. And I'm gonna put growth speed on it. I'm gonna left click the preset. I'm gonna right click the preset, excuse me. On the momentary, go to half speed. Then I'm gonna take this, go up. Try one on. Yeah, and that would be we'll make this the melody for the verse. All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, next I'm gonna open up Omnisphere. I want either like a pad or some kind of something to fill it out, right? Because right now it sounds good, but it needs something to kind of level it out. You know what? Let's do some chords. Oh, and a quick tip for beginners: how to make chords. You can do it either one or two ways. So if you look, there's ghost notes, dark note. There's these dark notes right here, and then if you look, there's these lighter gray notes right here, right. But if you're having a hard time seeing that, you can come up here to the stamp tool, go to the minor Aeolian scale, and then click which note you want. Shift, click and drag. Same root. So in this case, it would be F. shift, click, drag, and what people would normally do, they'll open up a sampler channel. Gonna Control X, Control V, and they would Control A, and then just drag this out because you won't be able to hear it. And then when you another plugin, you'll be able to see them a lot better. And these are the notes that you can generally operate in. It sound all right. It'll be in the scale. So just a quick tip: if that's something you didn't know, then this is a good way to make chords. So, for example, if I start here, I'll come here, skip a note, put a note there, skip a note, come there, here, skip a note. All right, that's for another video, but just for reference for you guys. All right, we're gonna do some chords though. Try this. Vibes. Got something like that. So it's just gonna control, click and drag, and we're gonna B, and we're gonna have some kind of variation. Another tip for chords is you can highlight the middle note, one of these, Control up or Control down, gives you a different vibe. Let's see how that sounds. All right. Once again, you don't want to spend that much time on it, so we're gonna keep it moving. This is kind of giving me some kind of like Metro Boomin, Southside feel. So usually in their music, they have kind of like some kind of crazy abstract thing going in the background. So we're gonna come back. We'll come back to Omnisphere because I know they got like a lot of weird sounds that you can put in there. So one thing that I like to go to if you have Omnisphere is textures playable, and then we're just gonna find something in here. Okay, let's try this one out. Right, and as you can see, for the majority of the part, we're not really recreating anything, we're just layering. Look at the ghost note. You can see that we're just placing it on top of the other chords that we made with the choir. So Lower that choir a little bit. Alright, so we're gonna get into the drum. So we're gonna start out with an 808. That one works. Need an 808, need a hi-hat. You can add questions if you like, but you know, we want to keep it simple. Like that sound, we'll probably pitch it down a little bit. All types of stuff, man. You just gotta make it your own, you know what I mean? Yeah. It just I mean, that's basically all you need, man. I like to bring my 808 up high later on. Simple. Add some kind of variation to it. Alright, and there's your 808. Move on to the hi-hats. Now to start off, people usually just right click, fill every 2 steps. Just gonna work on the first section. I like to just find what I want. I can drag it, highlight it, Control, Alt U. Right, this is all subjective. Simple, people go crazy. All subjective. That's why I want you guys to understand, like, you can do anything you kind of want as long as it kind of has that bounce. It's all up to you, really. I'm gonna move down to the percussions. We can just mess with it right here in the channel, right? back to I'm gonna pitch this down, so I'm gonna come. All right, next one. Matter of fact, we're gonna start with the, and this is always, you know, coming to the piano roll, and the way I'm moving these notes like that, I can go from that to that, pressing the Shift D, highlight, Shift click and drag. All right, now we can come into the that's really the beat, honestly. I mean, we could talk a little bit about mixing. The thing that I really recommend for beginners, right? You don't need to do a whole lot. We're here to make sure everything is in a mixer channel. So I just use the scroll wheel, but another thing you can click, drag, come here, right click, go to channel routing, and then route selected channel starting from the track. But I like to single them out or solo them. And a good thing when you're mixing is just to turn it. I like to turn all of them down to at least like 50%. And then I will cut the volume up all the way on my computer. And then I just work my way until I hear a good level from me. And while you're mixing, it's just gonna have to come with time. There's certain things I'm not good at yet, but sound good to me, and I just play it by ear. A lot, people get so wrapped up into the levels, try to everything fit to a certain number, but that's not always the case with every single beat. So I don't like to go off that. I like to go off by ear. I like to go around 50%, and then I raise it up to a level of volume that I think. All right, so that sounds good. Now for my 808 and kicks, I don't want, now this is one of the things that for numbers that I do focus on. I don't like my kicks and 808s to go past -6. So that's like the only thing. And you'll notice that I don't have a kick in there. A lot of songs don't need kicks and 808. You can add them, but certain songs don't even need them. I like to organize my kicks and 808s next to each other, and then go to my snare. And the way I'm moving them around like this is just pressing Alt and then arrow key. Alright, and that's what I do to level them up. Start out with. Alright, next, I will usually put like an EQ. All of them. Now I would go in here and I'll go. I'll usually go to this preset 40 hertz. Okay. Cut off a lot of that low end that'll be getting taken up by the kick and the 808. To clean it up. The way I'm making this softer, or like more of a hard cut, I'm just using Pro Wheel. Actually, since this is a vocal, on a right click, go to steep, type, iPad. I'm gonna raise them. The only thing I really put on my 808 off clip. As you can see, man, go in there, take out the low. Instruments that have like a higher frequency come in. At the low frequency and then give them a boost, so you can see like in around 7,000 boosted around. Right, all that isn't necessary. I would just say, as far as EQing, just taking out the low or the high end as necessary, just so that way you get a little bit more cleaner mix and you don't get a muddy interaction with the 808 and the kick. EQing. Next, if you want to get like more creative, I'm gonna add a little bit of that's just some ways you can improve your mix, add some variety. But if this is something that you guys would like to see in the future, or a video of just mixing, let me know in the comments what you think. And like, subscribe, hit that notification bell.